Let me jump right into this content. Words have the ability to move us through the emotional spectrum, right? You know, words in a song, words in a poem, words in a story can evoke a wide gamut of emotional responses in the individual. So they're powerful, and we have to be careful how we use them. And unfortunately, because we are not careful how we use them, specifically when it comes to things like common sense is not common. There is no common sense. The myth of common sense. Oh, well, it's just common sense that they should do that, or it's common sense that they should know that. There is no common sense. Sense is a byproduct of your life experiences, your environment, your educational process, your socialization process. Sense, good or bad, comes from your interpretation of information. Let me just break this down. Let me break down what I was thinking this morning. So information is simply data. Okay, it's simply stimuli from the environment. You know, it's random, and we have to give that information meaning. Right? Information is not powerful. Knowledge is not powerful. Neither one of those colloquialisms, if you will, are powerful. What's really powerful is once you can acquire some information and you can internalize that information, and then you have to go out and properly apply that information, then it has the capacity to be powerful. Okay? It's a huge difference. And so those three steps, acquisition, internalization, and application, are necessary if you're going to use information to make it powerful. You must be a critical thinker. I define critical thinking as respectfully questioning what you currently believe. Okay? That's why lifelong learning is so important, because we're always getting new information, and you have to filter that information through your screen of critical thinking and consider it. So when somebody comes to you with a differing opinion, or someone comes to you with different information or a different perspective, you need to listen and consider what they're saying against your current knowledge base, information of others, and other reference points, so that you can properly consider and critically think through the information, because you might need to change your position depending on the validity and how good that person's information is. But if you're dogmatic, like we are today, if you're in cognitive dissonance and you're just looking for confirmation bias of something you already believe, then you're going to set yourself up for a lot of pain and discomfort, because you don't know every damn thing. All right. So the other thing here I thought about was discernment. And right, what is discernment? I think discernment is the ability to internalize information from your environment, and then based on your life experience, your education, your socialization, your reference points, right? Determine if that information has any weight, if that information has value, right? Discernment. Can you discern if the information is valid and applicable? Okay? Discernment. Knowledge. What is knowledge? A direct byproduct of time and years spent acquiring information, and then experience applying that information through your discernment. Knowledge. A lot of times people will use knowledge and wisdom as if they're synonyms, like they're the same or interchangeable. They're not. Why? Wisdom is the byproduct of time spent in those aforementioned three steps: acquisition, internalization, and application phase, right? Where you spent a lifetime, or you spent a significant amount of time going through that process to acquire information, leveraging it through critical thinking and discernment, right? So that you develop a knowledge base. And then once you have that knowledge base, you use your own experiences, you use the experiences of other people, life experiences of other people, to consistently apply the information, the knowledge that you have acquired over time. So at no point is any of this common, right? You have to become a critical thinker. I may have even lost you. So if you're still listening, then that puts you in a very small percentile of people who are critical thinkers, because the majority of us are sheep, right? The majority of us just kind of go with the flow. We go with what everybody else is doing. You know, we seek the affirmation of a peer group or someplace else to get our validation. That's why we see people taking pictures of themselves in the mirror in the bathroom, taking a picture of themselves. I digress. My whole point with this content this morning was to just share with you these steps, to share with you this thought process around information, around the process of critical thinking, discernment, developing knowledge, and which all of these things combined lead to you being a wise person and developing wisdom. So to sum this up, there is no common sense. What there is there's good sense and there's bad sense. And through our process of socialization and education, the environment that we live in, the parents we have, the schools we go to, the people we interact with, the pastors at our church, the environment teaches us how to either leverage information for our benefit, which is good sense, or to misuse information to our detriment, which is bad sense. This is all about choices. This is all about what you have learned how to do. And so that's what I wanted to share with you. There is no common sense. We need to stop using this term common sense because it's a misnomer. It doesn't really exist. What do you think? Give me some feedback. I'd like to know.